Hello and welcome back in this very awesome retro slash modern build. I really like to do these amazing builds which they are around like taking a classic retro body style like from the 70s or 80s, even the 90s, and just making it into today's modern standards, and bolt on modern parts, modern suspension, modern engine, and even make this retro body from modern materials like aluminium or carbon fiber. I like the idea of making these retro modern cars. I really like to do them, and because they always surprise me with the performance, the true beauty of these amazing looking bodies, mated or married into modern technology, modern modern, lightweight, stiff, sporty, all of these amazing bywords for modern technology into these retro style bodies. I really like to do that. So in this video you will be seeing this car, which I called it the Verra 6T, which the 6T present a 6-cylinder turbocharged engine. As you can see, Verra 4-liter turbo V6 engine, light sport car. This is not a top speed car, no. This is a truly handling car, a car that was designed to be used every day, to be comfortable, and so you can take it around the test track, and so you can enjoy hard cornering without any compromise, like absolutely true attacking beast for corners, which is what I really like about these amazing lightweight cars. So let's start with the body and the chassis. We have aluminium panels for the body, monocoque chassis type, light advanced high strength steel, rear engined, yes, and this car is rear engined, rear long dual engine placement, double wishbone suspension front and rear with +2 quality. And this is the engine in question, which is a V-shaped 60 degrees 6-cylinder engine made from aluminium silicon is the block, 86.1 mm on the bore, 114.8 mm on the stroke. And if you're wondering why I used a big stroker engine, because using a rear long dual engine placement will limit the size of the engine. So because I really want a 4-liter engine, a 4-liter V6, and if you are building a 4-liter V6 with big bore and minimum stroke, so you can have a high RPM engine, which is very ideal, it will not fit at all. So you have to do the opposite way, which is a very small engine, not in capacity, no, in size, as a very small engine in size, but big in capacity, and that will result huge amount of stroke and least amount of bore, which equals 4010 cc engine or a 4-liter V6 engine. Dual overhead camshaft with 4 valves per cylinder, aluminium silicon head material with variable valve lift technology. We have a forged steel crankshaft, lightweight forged connecting rods, and lightweight forged pistons, so I can achieve high RPM values with +1 quality. We have 10.1 to 1 is the compression ratio, 30 on the cam profile, 63 on the VVL profile. So as you can see, it's in the sport region. This is not a racing engine, no, this is a sporty engine. Variable valve timing on all cams with +1 quality. Twin turbocharged system with ball bearing internals, 586 horsepower supporting intercooler with custom twin turbos, 40 mm on the compressor, 30.3 mm on the turbine, maxed out air ratio with 10.3 psi of boost. Zero quality here. We have direct fuel injection, single throttle body, performance intake manifold. Actually, I can use twin throttle bodies. Yes, twin throttle bodies, and this will actually give the engine more throttle response. I want that. Throttle per cylinder, it will actually kill some of the power and some of the torque, and I don't want that. I really like the idea of individual throttle bodies, but the engine is making only 400 horsepower, and the twin turbo seems very cool and very enough for it. Performance intake manifold, premium 95 octane fuel, 13.4 is the air fuel ratio with 76 on the ignition timing, and 6300 is the RPM limit, which is the perfect RPM limit for the gearing, for the gear spacing, and for the final drive and the acceleration and the top speed for this car. So 6300 is perfect. +1 quality on the fuel system, short cast headers, dual exhaust pipes, 3-inch exhaust diameter, high flow 3-way Cadillac converter, twin straight through mufflers, or actually quad reverse flow mufflers with +5 quality. Let's move on. We have or actually these are the final result for this engine. 402 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque. As you can see, the engine is very perfect. 4 liter, 400 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque, very perfect. 202 kilograms, also very lightweight. It's reliable, it's economical. I'm using all of the available octane. The engine is very clean. It's quiet with a noisy, not noisy, sorry. It's quiet with a sporty noise to it. It's responsive. For a high performance engine, I'm gonna consider it very, very smooth. Engineering time for a high performance car, not high performance car, for a light performance car, I consider it not bad. Production unit, good actually, not bad as well. This is how it sounds at idle. Very smooth, very elegant. A perfect engine. I really like it. Let's move on. I have chosen this 1990 coupe body, which you'll recognize if you are a true car enthusiast. You will recognize it. I'm not gonna say the name of the car, but if you already know the name of the car, and actually you can figure that out. You can figure the name of the real car for this body from this angle, from this camera angle right now. Yes, I think you will know what kind of car that came with this body in the 1990s. In the 1990s, yes. Alright, so we have +1 quality on the body and the fixtures. Move on. I have chosen this beautiful looking red sporty color for the body. The same color goes for the brake calipers, and regular steel color for the rims. Moving on, I have chosen these twin headlights, these fog lights, this front little grille. Actually, I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. Yes, like this front grille, front lip, and we have the front logo. These sporty side mirrors with twin vents here on. I mean, these vents are not really functional. They are just for showing off. They are just to add like 2 vents on the front trunk for the car, and that actually made a that really made a good difference on the car. As you can see, it gave the car like more aggressive look, and I really like it. Without these vents, it looked very, very smooth here and very, very boring. But with these vents, the car looks more aggressive and more actually more aggressive and more like more attacking, which what I really aiming for in this car. We have these door handles. As you can see, we have this vent on the side. We have the fuel filler cap here, the rear grille on top of the engine, the roof antenna, the rear logo, and we have a rear spoiler here, or as they call it, yes, spoiler. We have these tail lights, modern tail lights, as you can see. We have the license plate holder, twin exhaust pipes, and of course the rear down grille. And of course I really wanted to put this logo here because it looked very awesome. should be on the other side. Yes, like this. Moving this here. Perfect. Now it's perfect. And I have chosen these rims, which they are like regular type racing rims, which what I really like. Moving on, I have chosen long ditch rear wheel drive, dual clutch, 6-speed ratios or 6 ratios for the gearbox. 289.6 kilometers per hour is the gearbox top speed, with 30 on the gearbox spacing, which is low spacing, which is what I really like in a sporty car. And this is the silver lining. This is the perfect spacing for this car, because it will give the car 1% of wheel spin, 0 to 100 time in 3.4 seconds, which is really quick. It will give it good fuel economy, good acceleration, good drivability, good everything. Electric limited slip differential, which is very awesome, to give the car more grip when it launches, and to keep the wheel speed intact. Zero quality on the differential and the gearbox. We have radial tires we have a sport compound 220 in front, 235s in the rear, and we have 625 is the tire diameter, 17-inch rim diameter, with of course 20 of offset in the front and 30 of offset to the rear. We have carbon fiber rims and zero quality. Moving on, we have carbon ceramic brakes in the front, single piston, 300 millimeter is the rotor size. Carbon ceramic in the rear, also single piston, 275 millimeter is the rotor size in the rear, with 55 on the pad type and 58% of brakes going to the front, 42% going to the rear with the zero quality. We have fully clad under tray, cooling flaps, active rear wing, we have it all. 87 on the front lip, 100 on the rear spoiler, 54 on the engine cooling, 100 on the brake cooling, zero quality on the aerodynamics. 2 seats, sport interior, premium sat nav, zero quality. Electric variable power steering, electronic stability control on the traction aids, +2 quality. Basic TENS safety equipment, which is very ideal for this car. Active sport springs, semi-active dampers and passive sway bars, and very custom suspension setup. We have a positive half a degree of camber in the front, negative 2.7 degrees of camber in the rear. Spring stiffness 2.60 front, 3.80 in the rear. Damper stiffness 2.0 in the front, 3.0 in the rear. Sway bar thickness 2800 in front, 2400 in the rear. 147.4 millimeter is the ride height with zero quality. And as you can see, these are all of the available options on the car: the engine, the material, the compression ratio, the power, and the chassis, suspension, everything. The market, as you can see, the car can do 29 miles per gallon, which is very awesome. The emissions are very low, the car is very clean, we are using all of the available octane, engine time is very perfect. Production units takes a little while, but it's okay, it's a perfect car, I really like it. Reliability, very good. Environmental resistance is also very good. Okay, the car is practical, it's not bad. Utility points, well, this car has some utility points. The car is very drivable, very sporty, it's comfortable, it's prestigious, it's safe, it's good, it's not bad. I genuinely like it. Drivability is very high. Anyone can get in and drive this car, it's not hard to drive, and it will cost you only with 10% margin $33,902, and you have to pay the $2 before the whole price, and that's very awesome. Test track. Right, so as you can see, the car weighs only 1,226 kilograms, which is really lightweight. Weight distribution, of course, the engine in the rear, so yes, 58.9% in the rear, 41.1% to the front, not bad. Power to weight ratio, very good actually, it's powerful. The engine is powerful for this amount of weight. 400 horsepower is more than enough for this weight. The car can tow 771 kilograms. Well, this is not a towing machine, but you can tow. You can put 673 kilograms of cargo, people, whatever inside the car, and you can drive it just fine. We have active aero, as you can see, 120 kilograms of rear downforce, 16.5 kilogram of front downforce, no brake fading, stopping distance is perfect. Top speed is, well, as I mentioned in when we started making this video, this is not a top speed. This is not a top speed car. This is not a speedy car. This is not a speed demon. No, this car was designed to attack corners very quickly and very hard, and that's what I want, a handling car. So we have a 0 to 100 time in 3.4 seconds, very quick. 80 to 120 kilometers per hour, also very quick, 1.9 seconds. Quarter mile and 11.4, that's very quick actually for a stock 400 horsepower lightweight car. I really like it, and it's very quick, it's very light, it's very nimble, it's very comfortable. It's not actually very comfortable, but it's comfortable, it's prestigious, it's safe, it's very drivable, it's very sporty, very good. And all of this costs you only $33,902. That's very cheap. Let me tell you, if you forgot, we have an advanced oh my god, I totally forgot the name. Oh yes, we have advanced high strength steel chassis, monocoque chassis, aluminum body, double wishbone suspension front and rear. We have an economical sporty 400 horsepower twin turbocharged V6 engine with all of the modern technologies. Let's see what else we have. We have electronic limited slip differential, dual clutch 6-speed gearbox, very perfect. We have sport compound tires, carbon fiber rims. We have carbon ceramic brakes. You have all of the best traction aids, sport interior, premium sat nav stereo system. You have active downforce. Perfect. The car is very perfect, and it's very cheap. We have active sport springs, very custom suspension setup, and all of this will cost you only $33,902. Extremely cheap. I really like it. The car is very cheap, and it's very cheerful, and it will set your trousers on fire, as they used to say on Top Gear, around corners. That's very awesome. Alright, so let's go and do some cornering. As you can see, I already ran this car around the famous Top Gear test track, or the airfield test track as they call it here, and it did 1 minute 17.40. Very quick. Remember, this is a 400 horsepower car. This is not 600, 700 horsepower, no, 400 horsepower. And that, my friend, will tell you how quickly, or how quick and how light this car is. So let's try again. It's very quick, as I mentioned, 117.42 very quickly. That's very awesome. The acceleration, like, it reached 190 kilometers per hour just from starting to this corner, which is very cool, very quickly, and it reached like 200 something kilometers per hour here, which is really quick. Now let's go to the automation test track, because as always, I always wonder what kind of speed we will reach in this straight line. So it did it in 2 minutes 9 seconds point 41. Wow, that's very quickly actually. It's not bad, and reached like 243 kilometers per hour in this straight line, which is very quickly. I mean, the top speed is 269, 270 kilometers per hour. So reaching 243 is very nearly the top speed of the car, and that's very impressive. I really enjoyed making this amazing looking beast here. And the results actually with the handling and everything else with 400 horsepower, it's very impressive. And the torque actually, the torque is very impressive. I mean, you can have 400 horsepower from any naturally aspirated V8, like 4-liter V8. You can have easily 400 horsepower, but having 400 pound-feet of torque, that's the magic of forced induction, my friend. That's the magic of twin turbos. I really like these engines that are producing the same amount of horsepower as the torque, like 400 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque, 300 horsepower, 300 pound-feet of torque. I like the idea of matching numbers, like 3-liter engine, 300 horsepower, 300 pound-feet of torque. I like the matching numbers. It's like a totally perfect package, and this car actually is very perfect. It's very beautiful to look at. It's looking like a retro, classic, beautiful Italian designed car, or maybe, yes, Italian, Japanese, maybe British also, like Lotus or something. But yeah, you get the point. We have a lot of, if you are looking like at the angles of the car, you can see some American angles, some British angles, some Italian angles, some German angles. I really like it. It's the perfect machine. Some of you will say, oh, the car is ugly. Maybe the car is ugly, like the headlights, they are looking very like 90s 80s, but I really like it. I mean, in my mind, the car looks very amazing. It's very awesome, and car enthusiasts will really appreciate it, especially like racing drivers, because they appreciate cars that can handle perfectly, and this car can handle perfectly well. And look at this sportiness on the steering is 100%, my friend. The suspension, the tires has been tuned perfectly to match 100% on sportiness. 100%. Like, nothing is better than this. Drivability 92.5, sportiness 100%. And that, my friend, will tell you how good the suspension and the tires are tuned on this machine here. Perfect. It's a perfect package. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video. So please, guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, get subscribed, share the video. You know the drill. Hit that notification bell button so you can get a notification each time I release a new video. And thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really enjoy all of your comments. So tell me what do you think about the car. Tell me what do you think about the engine, the handling, the brakes, everything. What do you think about this car? Like, I like details. Go in details, my friend. Go deep in details. Tell me, like, do you like the gearbox? Do you prefer maybe sequential, maybe manual? I mean, manual is a good option. I really was hoping to do a manual gearbox for this car, so I can make it more retro. But putting dual clutch, that made a big amount of difference in lap times, in acceleration, and everything. So I kept the dual clutch. But really, if I was aiming and if this car was real, no, I would really go with the manual gearbox, because it will be more retro, more ideal for the package, and it will give you better driving better feeling when you drive it with manual. But as a high performance or as a performance car, dual clutch is the best option to go with. So yeah, tell me what do you think about it in the comment section below. And please, if you want to request an engine or a custom car, add my Snapchat, which is Lord Bas94, Lord BAS94. Add me, and I will add you on the Snapchat, on the channel group on Snapchat, so you can request a video over there and discuss everything you want to discuss about automation game with all the fans on the group. So thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna see you very soon with amazing videos, because I'm just sitting on my chair and waiting for the new update, because as Mr. Kilwarp said in his last video on the official automation channel, he said that soon we will have Boxer engine. and that's awesome. I love boxer engines because like they were used in absolutely amazing cars, and I want to recreate those engines and see what kind of potential and what kind of max horsepower we can reach with those amazing beasts. So thank you so much for watching. I know this is a long video, but I do apologize, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening or morning or whatever time you are watching this video, and goodbye for now, my friends.